Hey everybody, it's Tony with Big T Bariatric, and I'm back at you with another video. Today it is Friday, December 9th. I hope you're having a great day so far. What I'm going to do today is react to Dr. Now's most ruthless moments against some of his unruly patients who just absolutely refuse to follow the program. I've talked before in other reaction videos about how sometimes Dr. Now is the only person in their lives who actually holds them accountable for their behaviors. When everybody else wants to enable and bring them food, Dr. Now is the only one who stands up to them, almost shakes them and tells them, hey, you're going to die unless you get this program, unless you lose weight, unless you follow through and get the weight loss surgery that you desperately need. So we're going to react to this. This actually comes from a channel called Plot Twist. They have over 2 million subscribers, and they share a lot of my 600-pound life videos, so go ahead and follow them too, as well as subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Again, if you see me looking up here, it's because I'm looking at my screen as I react to this video. So let's get started right now.
Other than being severely overweight, there's one thing that all the patients on the show My 600-Pound Life all have in common, and that is their experience with Dr. Now. Dr. Now has dealt with every single patient on the show, and he's often shown having no filter. It's pretty clear that Dr. Now takes his job very seriously, and if he isn't stern with his patients, no change will be made. This attitude, though, is often pretty effective. Even if some people are too stubborn to listen to him, he usually finds a way to get through to them. You should never waste this doctor's time, as he won't hesitate in telling you where the door is. Some people have found this method too strict, and others think it's totally appropriate. My name is Joey, and today we'll be looking at some memorable Dr. Now moments where he refused to take any BS. Before we get started, though, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. We're starting off this list with a moment from Steve and Justin Asante's episode. Everyone who's into this show knows Steven Asante is a
famous
patient.
or infamous rather.
Every patient who has made an appearance on this show, he's definitely within the top 5 most hated, and that isn't for no reason. Steven Asante has proved himself to be a pretty nasty and immature man far too many times on the show. This moment is just one example of that, and it's one of Dr. Now's first of many arguments with the patient. Steven Asante is being treated for weight loss at a hospital, but has a tendency to treat the hospital staff pretty poorly. Dr. Now is not having any of it and confronts Steven about the matter in a pretty calm but blunt way. Steven does apologize, but you can see the smirk on his face when he does so. It's pretty obvious that he doesn't take Dr. Now too seriously, so he continues to mistreat the hospital staff. However, Dr. Now comes back to confront Steven again, and this time he's giving Steven no option but to get out and find somewhere else to stay. Steven is blubbering like a baby, but Dr. Now just doesn't care one bit.
I tried to stay on my best behavior for the past month. I know I'm still having my bad days, and the hospital isn't happy about that.
He's become abusive to hospital staff, and he expects everybody to wait on him hand and foot. He thinks the world should revolve around him like a child does, and that is not acceptable behavior. And I'm not liking what I'm hearing.
At times, I sometimes get frustrated. I tell him, if I act like a kid, I want you to treat me like a kid.
So you seem like you have
treat him like a kid. What is he, a grown baby?
Staff, and I'm not liking what I'm hearing. It seems like the nurses are getting agitated with your behavior. I don't know what particularly is, but you need to work on that too.
Everybody has feelings.
I don't want to hear of this issue again.
Yes.
And if I do, then this is going to be a very different conversation.
All right.
All right.
Nice to see you, Dr. Nazar. And Mario, thank you.
Steven has learned that if he acts out, he gets what he wants.
At all. He keeps bothering, he keeps calling.
Damn it!
You come here for help. And at this point, there's nothing I can do to help you. So you're done here.
I've been doing good and everything, please. I've been good. I swear, I apologize to everybody.
If you want to stay in the program, you need to find a place to stay because you're not staying here anymore. Your behavior at this point dictates that nobody can help you in here.
Please, I want.
He was getting his drugs, he was getting everything that he needed there at the hospital.
Houston to see Dr. Now in person and receive his treatment. Dr. Now put James on a diet plan before he was even taken to Houston, however, so once James arrived in Houston 4 months later, it was abundantly clear that James lost absolutely no weight and actually even gained some instead. Dr. Now was really upset by this and directed his disappointment at James's wife Lisa, as she's obviously been enabling his unhealthy eating habits. Dr. Now gives it to her straight and tells her that James doesn't really have that long to start his life out and that she needs to to be more responsible. Lisa expresses her fear of not giving in to James's demands, as apparently he gets very angry when the food he wants isn't given to him. So Dr. Now has a little chat with James as well.
Now that James is finally arrived in Houston, we can do a full examination on him and see how he's doing. But just looking at him, you can tell that he is in pretty bad state. James is not going to survive much longer, and since I've been working with you two, he's not lost any weight and he's worse off now. You are the one that you got him in this bed, and you're the one making his life miserable right now. You are bringing the food, you're helping him to kill him.
Yeah,
So why you doing
it's
that?
the enabler's fault as much as it is the person who's eating.
Pay hell all the rest of the day.
Is this the lifestyle of a human being? This is a miserable lifestyle. And you got him into this shape, and you blaming everybody and him.
I'm feeding him like
He can't
wants
get
me
out
to,
of
but
bed,
I'm
so
not
it's
doing it
her
purposely
fault, too.
because I
Talk to
love
him.
him.
I talked to you, I talked to her, and what I see here, this is not a weight loss. You know, there's not much we can do for you. No medically, no surgically. You need to change, and she needs to stop bringing you food.
That's been my biggest fear, is that how much time do I have left if I stay big?
Dr.
Like,
Now gets pretty heated here, and for a good reason. No matter how hard Dr. Now tries to help James, James is just not sticking to his diet. Not only is he not sticking to the diet, but he's lying to Dr. Now's face. James claims that he's only slipped up a few times, despite gaining 100
pounds,
I don't
wow.
think you need to be a doctor to realize that you can't gain 100 pounds just by slipping up a few times.
Yeah.
Dr. Now rightfully reacts pretty badly to James'
that's
deception,
willful
and is close to cutting him off
disobedience
program.
of the plan to gain
He
100
decides
pounds.
to give James one more chance after Lisa begs him to.
We have slipped a few times. I had car trouble. We didn't have a way to get food, so we had to order food in.
Doesn't matter what you say, okay? The scale is going to tell me.
That was my
what I
excuse
need
for
to know.
COVID. Like, we
All
had
right,
no
James,
food.
you're
I ordered out, but I still could have
842
ordered salads.
So
Like, that's
we are
my
both
fault.
finally
Like,
in the same
even if
page
you
and
order
we're
out,
not
you have
sticking to the
an
diet.
option to make better
And I'm
choices.
just now getting resources I've been needing.
We're talking about your food. We're not talking anything
All
else.
of it, I've needed all of it though to start with. I haven't had home health. I've had nothing.
You should have Ross right now. He's
I asked
just
for a
coming back.
nutritionist when I first got here too, and I didn't get it.
James, this is ridiculous. And you're overeating, and she's bringing it to you, and then you come here. Oh, we have been following. Maybe you slip a couple times. Yeah. You really think you can lie your way out of this?
Please don't give up on us, okay?
Well, we
I
don't-
won't bring him another thing. I promise you that. If you just won't
Liar.
give up on James. You're one of the best doctors in this world. We cannot lose you.
While you're here, we're going to keep you on 800 calorie a day controlled diet. After that, what happens will be up to you.
The fear in his eyes. 800
Up next, we have
calories, oh
another
no!
notoriously difficult patient who has gone down in my 600-pound life infamy, Penny. The moment I want to show you from our episode isn't one where Dr. Now is particularly angry, but what I love about it is that you can see how well Dr. Now can resist deceit and manipulation. During this moment,
very
Dr.
good at
Now's
that.
confronting Penny about her disappointing weight loss progress. Penny isn't good with criticism and would rather live a lie than ever face the truth. So she tries to manipulate Dr. Now into believing that she's made progress. But Dr. Now isn't an idiot. He knows very well that he's being messed with. And if anything, it just looks like he's laughing it off because he knows how pathetic she's being.
I'm very concerned about Penny's behavior. She's not losing weight anymore.
No one told me I had to lose weight when I got here.
She's been given the right diet. There is no reason why she shouldn't lose more weight while she's in the hospital. How many
Nobody
times
told
you
me
eating?
I had to lose weight on my weight loss
Are you
program.
able to finish the whole thing you're eating?
A meal? No.
The miracle
Right
is
now.
happening that you haven't lost any weight.
No, I've definitely lost weight.
Okay, well, let's check your stomach, okay?
It's a miracle.
Penny not really making the changes that you wanted to make psychologically and cooperate and become a person that wants to get well. Really, your belly doesn't look like you have lost anything.
Oh my God, I used to have a wad like this to take my needles, and now it's this.
I'm concerned that Penny convinced herself that she's permanently disabled. Okay? I'm not sure we're going to be able to help her.
This moment comes from the episode featuring Janine. During this moment, Janine claims that she's bulimic and doesn't want to eat. First things first, she's obviously not bulimic. And secondly, why does she see not wanting to eat as a bad thing? She's a very overweight woman. Not wanting to eat is actually the best thing for her. Dr. Now points this out, and the way he did was absolutely savage. This is one of the best Dr. Now moments in my opinion. He's not angry, he's actually very calm. But it's the little smirk he makes when he roasts Janine that makes this scene comedy gold.
You still think you're bulimic?
Well, my problem is I don't want to eat.
What do you mean that is a problem? That's not a problem if you don't want to eat. But that's simply not true. You would have lost a lot more weight. Janine, you're 54 years and you're 500 plus pounds. And you think you're not want to eating is a problem?
That's all I have time for today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, as it's a great way to show your support. If you're new here, also be sure.
Alright, that was the clip. Yeah, Dr. Now is not going to sugarcoat anything. It's really not in his job description. If he's going to get you to where you need to be to a healthy weight, then he has no room in his life for accepting the BS, accepting the lies, and just going along with the manipulation that a lot of these people bring. And I totally know that because I've lived that too. I've shared a lot of these same excuses. There's times where I would be like, wow, I lost a lot of weight, and just walking around and pretending like I lost weight and asking people, hey, do I look any smaller? I've lost 25 pounds or something like that. And knowing that I haven't really been eating that well, knowing that I really probably didn't lose that weight, but just mentally in my own brain, just, I don't know what it is, like just trying to pretend like I was doing really well when I wasn't, just for the fact of trying to help other people see me in a different light. And now that I am doing really well, it's like people are noticing and people are telling me, wow, you look like you're dropping weight pretty quickly. And so, you know, that's a good thing to hear from other people, that I am losing weight and I am on the right track. But if you're really going to get to that point where you're doing well in your diet, you just have to stop believing your own lies and your own BS. You need to stop making excuses. It's time to get up and do it. You cannot just sit there and just act like you can't do anything. The thing is you're trying to fight against is trying to give up this diet that allows you to keep eating so that you can reward yourself and make yourself happy. Like we said in the other video, like a lot of people who are 600 pounds or heavier see food as a comfort to them. It gives them peace, it gives them joy. It's like a warm embrace, it's like a hug. And so we don't want to give that up. We know we need to get healthy, we know we want to be active, we know we want to do things we couldn't do before, and we know we're approaching our own death if we don't get up and do it. Like I was saying in the video, that's one of my biggest fears. I'm 38 years old, I'm about to be 39 in February. And so, knowing that I was pushing 40, I was still unmarried, I still wanted to have kids, there's still a lot of things that I wanted to do in my life that I haven't been able to do. I feel like I've wasted so many years. And I'm like, you know what, I don't want to die at 40. I've had so many doctors tell me that I'm not going to make it to 40 unless I get some help and I get this weight off. And so that really encouraged me to, even though I sort of wasted another decade after that, just once I started getting closer to that 40 mark, it really started clicking like, wow, my health is deteriorating. When you're 30 years old, when you're 20 years old and you're obese and you're really not having any kind of health issue, you're not really having high blood pressure, you're not having any problems with anything, you know, I'd go to the doctor many times and he would tell me, well, you're just a skinny person in a fat person's body, you're completely healthy. It's like, okay, well that doesn't motivate me to lose weight, like I'm healthy. But then once I start getting older, it's like, oh, now my knees are killing me and I'm having even more back problems and I'm just getting to a point where my health is deteriorating and I could see myself dying in the next 2 years, 3 years if I don't get help right now. So that really motivated me, along with many other motivations, to finally get the help that I needed. But in order to get there, you have to get over your own lies and BS. Like, that's the biggest thing. You can't continue to manipulate yourself and manipulate other people into thinking that you're doing well when you're not doing well. Yeah, it's just one of those things where you're not going to live very much longer. And many of the people on my 600-pound life, they did die. And so I'm still afraid of that. Like, you know, I still might not make it. Like, I could have a heart attack tomorrow. You know, it's just one of those things where it's just still in the back of my mind, I'm still over 500 pounds and I still got a long way to go. And I'm trying to exercise and get healthy, but you know, when is too much for your body? Like, your body's just going to give out if you keep abusing it. And you know, it's just the way things are. And so again, if you want to get healthy, you have to get over your own stuff. So anyways, that's my video for today, and I hope you've had a great day. God bless you.